It's time for Inside the Diva Den with your girl Kiki.
Chilling in the Diva Den from 6 to 10, it's your girl Kiki, and you know I keep a hot celeb on deck. Tonight, I am so very lucky to be talking to a beautiful young lady who I have been a fan of for a very long time. Y'all say what's up to Mila J. Hey!
What's poppin'? Hey, Kiki.
Man, congratulations on all of the new bomb music. It's going crazy. Yes, dopamine is catching vibes all over. And to be honest, I had to catch up because I'm still bumping Made in LA and 213. So I'm like, you
girl got to catch it on up.
I know, you just going crazy. You hitting us with so much new music and I love it. So I've seen you talk about it in other interviews about taking a break. So what inspired you to come back and just keep hitting us over the head with all this new music?
The break that I originally took from music was because for people that don't know, like, how my story, like, I started in the industry as a child, like, even though it wasn't singing, it was dancing at first, and then I got into a couple girl groups, and so I was just, like, always kind of just grew up in the industry, and, just with that lifestyle, so I just kind of wanted a break from it all, you know what I mean? Like, I knew that I wasn't quitting music, but I was just taking a break from it, you know what I mean? I was on home studies since 7th grade. I didn't get to experience, like, regular teenager life, not to say, and then I took the break, obviously, once I wasn't a teenager anymore, but I'm just saying that to say, we just kind of, like, overwhelmed with just everything up to that point, so, I stepped away, then being that I did go solo after the groups, I, had to take that time to just find out who I was as a solo artist, you know what I mean, because in groups, sometimes you just kind of, even though you're, like, a functioning member of the group, it's still more about everyone as a whole versus just spotlight on you. I had to figure out, like, who I was as a solo artist, opposed to, in a group, so that's kind of why I took that time off, and then once I felt rejuvenated and ready and felt like I had something I wanted to say, then I, got my feet back in the water and just been recording ever since.
I'm glad you did, because I feel like every single or EP that you put out, it's like it creates a vibe,
Thank you.
Yes, I've been a fan since the Complete days. Like when you was going hard in that pink bomber jacket at the end of the video. Yes, at the end of the video, I was like, okay, I like her. And that was way back.
I love the end of that video.
It's because it was so unexpected. Like the song was so smooth and so cool. And then you just came out of nowhere spitting. I'm like, oh my God, who is this girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been a fan since way back then. How did you initially get your deal with like Marcus Houston and working with Chris Stokes at TUG?
My older sister used to dance for a group that was called Immature back in the day.
Okay.
And so that was kind of like our first introduction, and like what I was saying before, when I danced at a young age, I was like 12, and we went on tour dancing for them.
Okay.
As their background dancer. So that was kind of like the initial introduction of like, kind of getting our feet wet as far as the music business goes, because we had only been used to like doing videos or doing like kid songs, not Barney type stuff, but kind of,
Right.
It was more kid driven, but once she booked one of their videos, that was kind of the introduction to, like, oh, you guys, could be a group, and, like the girl version of us, and that was kind of like the snowball effect. I don't even know if that's the right phrase to use, snowball. That kind of started everything.
Right, it got the ball rolling. Yeah. I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Back then,
the ball rolling,
right. We here. Back then, TUG had the industry popping. Like IMX, Immature. That was their second name. But like B2K, I was a crazy B2K fan. So with you were with that whole crew. Like, what were some of your favorite memories from back then? Because I'm sure it was a lot going on.
We kind of all grew up together, like, even before, people were in certain groups, it's like, we were, like, neighborhood friends and whatnot, so, even to this day, like, still, like, family, you know what I mean? So,
wow.
It's like, goofy, like, we don't, like, look at each other as, like, artists or, in the industry. It was, like, it was more funny to me, like, these girls are losing their mind over y'all, like, you know what I mean? So, it was more like that, like, we always thought it was, like, funny. But it was cool because like we were like each other's friends as far as, because we were on home studies, so it's like that's the only thing that made it not boring is like, well, at least we were all on it kind of together, so it's like we felt like we were our own little class,
right?
So to speak. But it was cool. It's cool.
Okay, so when things kind of went left and B2K broke up and it was a devastation to the nation and I lost my mind, like how did that affect the label at the time?
I don't really know, to be honest with you, because at that time I wasn't, by the time it came to them, like I wasn't really doing music like that. Like I was just kind of like around, but I wasn't like, yeah, like I wasn't in it like how I am now. So like prior, like way back, immature, then I was in my girl group. But then after that, I was just kind of like, that's when I was on my break. I was just like, cool, like y'all do y'all thing, I support y'all, like, you know. So it wasn't ever. I don't really know.
Right. Okay, now that I got my TUG stalking days out the way, I'm telling you, I was crazy about. I was one of them girls. But who are some of your favorite artists that you listen to at the moment? Like who you riding to?
Well, of course, Kendrick. I'm just like,
oh yes,
his new album was just crazy.
Yes.
Actually, got to see his set at Coachella, and I was just like, man, like he's just in a whole nother class of his own.
Yeah.
You know, Drake, Future, who else? Love Frank Ocean.
Okay.
Migos.
Oh yes.
Those are like my current situations, and then I always just put on like 90s like R&B playlist of just like older stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm. Who are some of your faves from back then? Because I'm from Chicago, so you know R. Kelly's always in the mix.
Yeah, well, I say, well, you know R. Kelly, Jodeci,
yep.
Mary, TLC, like 90s Janet, who else? SWV, Escape, like it's so many like epic albums came from that era, like 112, Total.
You right.
Go on and on.
And we can always hear like that 90s vibe in your music. It always takes us back. You always pick like some dope beats. So, and I love when you collaborate. So you always have a hot man on the track. Good Looking Out was a very cute song with you and Marcus. And then you did the collaboration with Trey Songz. How did that come about?
They actually reached out to me, and it's like Trey's another one. Like I've known Trey like from before he like, you know, was Trey Songz.
Right.
So like it was already, you know, we had a friendship. So they reached out to me and was like, you know, he's closing his album out, and there's like a song they wanted me to be on, and I heard it, and I was just like, yeah, this is dope. Like I liked the fact that the concept was just so left. Like, dang, this is some really disrespectful shit. You know? And I was like, this is like dope. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so yeah, like within a couple of days, I went and like recorded it, and that was that.
Oh wow, that song was so very disrespectful. It had the perfect title.
Yeah.
If you could collaborate with one person, dead or alive, who would it be?
Well, for epicness, I would want to do something with Bob Marley.
Okay, all right, little reggae.
I want to do an authentic island song with Bob Marley. You know what I'm saying?
Right, that would be dope. I didn't expect you to go that route, but that would be dope.
Yeah, I would do that, or like honestly, like I was obsessed with Left Eye, so I think like doing something with her would have been cool.
Oh, that would be dope too.
But I love Frank Ocean too, so I gotta throw that in there for a line.
Okay, so we got Bob Marley, Left Eye, and Frank Ocean. That's like completely different artists in their own respect. So we can see the variety of your musical choices.
Yes, I listen to a lot of different music.
Well, we want to get to know you just a little bit outside of the music. What do you do in your free time?
My free time is eat.
We can't tell.
I'm always hungry. But I'm more like, it's weird, like big crowds give me anxiety, so like I'm kind of like do like more low-key stuff like bowling, and like I love like outdoors, like I love hikes.
Okay.
Like, finding random like street art, like I do like weird like random like pop-up stuff like that. I mean, course shopping, like I have a knack for like, I love going to like vintage stores and just being able to find like, you know, like one of a kind pieces, just so that when someone's like, where'd you get that? Like, oh, Chester, you cannot find this. Like, one of one. So like I get a kick out of like stuff like that, playing with my dogs.
Okay.
But mostly eating.
What's your favorite food?
It's hard. It's a tie between Mexican and Italian.
Okay. What's your favorite Italian dish?
A good pasta, like a good fettuccine.
Yep.
A good ravioli, lasagna. But like I just had pasta right now. It was like a linguine, with like a butter garlic sauce.
Yes.
With like clams and scallops. It was so bomb. And like the garlic bread. All the stuff that just knows I need to go to the gym after. But
all the calories, palate.
You gotta live, you know?
We can't tell with this snapping body you got on IG, man. I know your DMs be going crazy.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, but that's why like I go to the gym. That's the thing. It's not easy. Like my dad is a smaller man, and he kind of like has the same, like he's one man who he didn't get a beard or nothing. Like he literally has the same waist from like when he was in high school. We do kind of have his genes, but I'm not gonna lie. Like, you know, your mom will tell you like, okay, but you gonna get this age and the weight's gonna shift, and you gonna and like she's right, you know. So like now it's like I don't think I'll ever be type of like, oh, I'm only gonna eat like super, you know, like no junk food, because I believe you should have like some, you know, you gotta be happy.
Right.
But I just watch I just balance it is what I'm saying. Like, so I'll still have my, my burger with my fries. I mean, I won't do that for all 3 meals in a day.
Right.
I just know that I got to go to the gym and maybe do 45 minutes on the Stairmaster instead of 15. You know what I mean? So I just try to, like, make sure that I'm balancing it with working out, because it's definitely it's not easy. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like I can eat whatever I want and it won't show. Like, it will show if I don't stay on my workout regimen. So
right. Whatever you doing is working, girl. It's working. Okay?
Thank you.
These pictures are popping.
I was thin for so long. Like, I like when I personally eat junk food, like, it puts weight on me, so I'll be like feeling it, like, okay, like, I got this weight, so I kind of feel justified for eating donuts and stuff. I'm like, shoot, I'm trying to put on weight the natural way. Right. So, I need junk food.
Look, you gotta however it works, it's working, okay? So you come from a musical family. How was it growing up like that? Like, was it singing competitions, dance competitions? What was it like in the household?
Well, my mom and my dad, like, kept us busy. Like, our garage was converted into a studio, so we were always back there, like, kind of recording stuff. And then throughout the week, like, we were part of a dance company, and we had to dance like 5 days out of the week.
Oh my gosh.
We didn't necessarily have competitions inside the house, but through our dance company that we were with, like, we had dance companies and recital, and we were competing and all that good stuff. But we never like competed in the house.
Right. Right. So
we just kind of got to explore and be creative at home.
How is it now having such a musical family? Like, at dinner time, family dinners is like Janae and Big Sean and you, like, at the table, y'all just busting freestyles. How does that work?
No, I mean, everything is like normal. Like, it's weird because actually a lot of people, when they come around, they're like, this is weird. Like, they expect like that it would be all about music. Right. And I always tell people, like, if you came over, you would probably not even think that no one did anything. Like, you would be like, wait, y'all are not the same people, because we don't really discuss like
music
industry or like anything about that. It's like literally like normal. Like, we're laying around, watching Netflix, like doing like regular stuff. So it's like never kind of brought through. Like, dang, it's kind of weird because they expect, I guess, like a
Jackson 5 type. Yeah.
Right, and it's so like not that, like, we would be chilling. You know what I mean? Like, we honestly like don't even bring up the industry. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's like family time. It's like break time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You kind of do it for work. It's just like that's like the last thing you want to talk about. You know what I mean? So,
true, especially when you've been doing it your whole life.
Right, and that's the thing. And then we grew up in LA, and it's like out here, it's like you run into so many people, and people like they're your peers from such a young age, from going on auditions. It's like, even if you don't have like friendships with them, you somewhat have like a relationship with so many people that you kind of don't look at it as like, oh, so and so's over your house, or them. You're just looking at like, oh, you like, what I mean? Like, in a bad way, but you just kind of like don't be kind of phased by it. So it's just kind of, it's weird. Like, that's the weird part about growing up in LA, because I feel like you're like desensitized to the whole like celebrityness of people or things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it can. It keep you grounded, so that you know how the outside world views LA. So, and you always rep LA. You like the LA princess of LA. Like, you always going hard.
I got to, because females don't be doing that. I'm like, hey, all the rappers can do it. LA, here we go on the map.
Now,
because I feel like there's so many guys that come out and rap, but it's like never really like women.
That's true. So. That's true. When you did the Made in LA thing, I was like, look at her. I love that. I love how you rep where you from. So now that we've gotten to know you a little bit outside of the music, I want to have a little fun. I'm going to give you some names, and I just want you to pick one and tell me who you're riding with. So this one I could probably guess, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. Tupac or Biggie?
Tupac, but let me say this. They're two of my favorite rappers, but of course, West Coast, I gotta go with Pac.
Right.
But Biggie still has some of my favorite songs too.
Absolutely, absolutely. Nicki or Remy?
Oh my God. Both, like, honestly, because I love like how real and true like Remy is, but then Nicki gives me life with just like her animation and just like, you know what I'm saying?
Her delivery, yeah.
Like, right. I feel like I'm not your both.
Okay, I'll let you pick both on that one. But what about Drake or Meek?
Music?
Yep.
I mean, I would say Drake.
Drake. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm done.
I have a couple Meek songs, but I do have more Drake in my
I'm like, all right. Well, I'm done being messy now. I'm done being messy. But
But you know, when that one Meek song come up in the club, it's literally everybody waits for that song. Yeah, wait a minute. Yeah, I'm like, this is not a club night unless they play that song. Like, period.
Yeah, Meek definitely got some in the stash. I just think that their beef was a little premature. But I'm done being messy. I think I agree with you on all of them. I can't really pick between Nicki or Remy myself. So tell us a little bit more about this project that's out right now.
The project that's out now is an EP with bonus tracks. It has like 13 songs. I did 3 videos on there, and it's just like, I don't know, me and the producer who predominantly did like the whole thing, we just like vibe a lot, and I was recording, and I just had all these songs, and I'm like, I don't, because I'm still like, I'm like 90% done with the album, but in the meanwhile, you know what I mean, I'm like, I want to put out music, like I just don't want to sit on this, like we're coming up with like really good stuff, and I just didn't want to hold it, so I just decided like, I just wanted to put this body of work out, because in the past, I've had the EPs and it's like 5 songs, but I feel like it's like not enough,
right,
and
right.
kind of wanted more from me, so I'm like, let me put this out before the album, you know what I mean, and kind of, it's the appetizer for the album, and I was just really excited with like kind of where the sound was, and just like the vibe that we were in when we recorded the song, which was just over like a couple weeks, we were just like knocking songs out, and then kind of picked like the best out of that bunch, that, all kind of like sonically like flowed together or whatnot, and I went with the title Dopamine, because that's like the chemical in the brain that, is your pleasure center.
Yep.
For things that are good, whether it's food, sex, whatever it is, song, music that you like. And I was just like, oh, like that. For one, where I feel like I am now, and I just feel like the music, does that. So I went with that title, Dopamine. And yeah, that's pretty much how that project came about.
I love it. Transform You is like my favorite song right now that I'm vibing out to off of the EP. What is your favorite?
Thank you. That's actually the single that we're about to push.
Okay.
So you got a good ear, girl.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because the thing is, what I like about nowadays is like you can connect with your fan base, even if there's people that have been following you or new followers, and you kind of see like what songs people are gravitating towards, and that we were noticing that on iTunes, like wow, people are really gravitating towards Transform You, which is funny because that's literally the last song I did.
Okay.
And like from that, I literally was getting everything mixed, and I literally had like, what did I have? I had like a big photo shoot that day, and they were like, it's a hard out, everybody has to be out at a certain time, and I'm like, but I have to finish this one song, so I literally put the timer on. They were like, well, if you want to do this song, you have to time it so you can knock it out in 1 hour. So I was like, I think I could do it. Like I can knock it out in an hour. So I set the timer on my phone, and I did it in 53 minutes, girl.
Okay, look, 7 to spell.
I was like, okay, boom. And it's funny because like my team, everyone heard it because I had to send it to get mixed and everything, and they're like, how out of all the songs, of course, it would be the one that you did at the last minute.
That's the single,
like,
right?
All this pressure kind of thing, and it ended up, like coming out really dope. So, Transform You is definitely one of my favorites. And I like Dripping.
Okay, Dripping, real sexy song, of course.
Yeah, a little sensual side.
Now, you spoke about an album that you're working on, so fans want to know, what else can they expect from you?
Well, I will be going on a pop-up tour for Dopamine, so we're setting the dates now for that.
Okay.
So that'll be soon, going and be able to perform the new music, and then after that, I'm actually going on an Australian tour, so that should be fun. I've never been, so I'm super excited to go to land down under. That, and then the album coming probably in fall.
Okay.
It's looking like.
Do you have a name for it yet?
You know me, I might drop something again before that. So
right, how you get down?
I'm definitely gonna keep it coming. Yeah.
Do you have a name for the album yet?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't have a name for the album yet.
Okay.
I think once it's all wrapped and I know like what songs are for sure gonna be on there, then I'll be able to come up with that title. It hasn't hit me yet.
Okay. Well, I'm so excited to be talking to you. Like when I say I'm a fan from way back then, I really am a fan of you. Like you are so persistent. Your music is always dope. Your vibe, the dance moves are always on point. The look is always popping. So, and I have to thank you for My Main, because that is my favorite song to sing about my best friend. So thank you for that.
Oh, no problem. Thank you. I'm glad you've been rocking with me this song.
So we're excited about everything that you got coming up in the future, girl. Tell everybody where they can keep up with you on social media.
Twitter and Instagram is Mila J, so MILAJ, and my Snapchat is Mila You Long Time, but I'm gonna spell it. It's MILA, the letter U, and then Long Time. And that's pretty much that's where I keep everything updated. Dopamine's out now on iTunes. Go get that.
Thank you so much, Mila.
Thank you. Have a good night.
For more on the hottest celebrity gossip, news, entertainment, and more, get to DivaDenEnt.com and follow Diva Den ENT on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.